Welcome to the Program Design Podcast. I'm your host, Lauren Monique, teacher and curriculum writer turned program mentor and business strategist for coaches, educators, and online experts. Whether you're looking to create your first ever group coaching program or scale your current offer for more freedom, revenue, and consistent income, this is the podcast for you. Here you'll find practical strategies and encouragement mixed with a bit of manifestation and intuition to help you grow and design a program you absolutely love. Let's dive in. Hello and welcome to the Program Design Podcast. I'm your host, Lauren Monique, and in this episode, I want to do something a little bit different today. My intention of this episode is really to inspire you, to encourage you, and to give you kind of a sense of where to go and how to kind of move forward in the current, I don't even want to say political climate. And the reason that I wanted to record this episode is I woke up this morning and I was going to do a masterclass. And I had everyone signed up. We had over 200 people registered for this masterclass that I was going to run. And I woke up feeling like, should I really even be talking about growing group programs right now? Should I really be talking about running your business, growing your business, scaling your business? It just seems so I don't know, ordinary. It's so out of context when human rights are being violated left, right, and center right now. And I mean, I've always stood on the idea of for me, it's so important for us to be accepting of other people who look different from us, of human rights, of LGBTQ plus people who look different than you or different than me, who come from different backgrounds. That's always been so important to me. And it can be hard to feel like, oh, I'm just going to talk about business and making money when this is going on. And so I was kind of reckoning with that this morning. And I was like, okay, I need to find a way through because all these people have signed up to come to my masterclass. I need to still show up. And I was thinking this through, and something came to me that I think really resonated with the attendees of today's workshop, it's more of a masterclass, today's masterclass. And I know it was a big one for me and it really helped me. So I wanted to share it with you on this podcast episode. And the reason I think it really helps me is it's an affirmation that I'm using in this particular context that I know has helped me numerous times before and helps a lot of my clients because it's with one of my main blocks that comes up every time I grow my business. This block comes up in a new way. And it's a similar block to what I see a lot of my very kind, thoughtful, empathetic, caring clients have this block too. And it kind of helps you shift this perspective. So here's what it is one of the absolute biggest main money blocks that can stop you from growing your business and making more money in your business is that I can either help people or make money. And mine is kind of a variation of that. So I can either help people or make money. And that was a big one that I have, looking back on all the choices that I've made in my life. I even started in business school and everyone seemed so competitive and zero sum and just in it for the money kind of energy. And I just really didn't like that energy, even though I love business. So I ended up dropping out of business school. I changed my degree, did a degree in French and international relations instead. But I remember feeling like that in that business school. And then even becoming a teacher, it either felt like you can either go and make a lot of money or you can help people. And I want to help people. So I became a teacher. And that same belief kind of held me back and kept me stuck for a long time in my business. And I see that one coming up in my clients as well. And so that one I have let go of for the most part because I can really see that you can help people and make money at the same time. It doesn't have to be mutually exclusive. And if you are struggling with that belief, if that one really feels true for you, I always think about who have I paid money to that has really, really helped me? Even when you think about it could be coaches for sure, but even massage therapists, I'm so happy to pay you because you help me feel better, right? Or massage therapists or physical therapists or, Zumba instructors or whoever it is that helps you, but you also pay for them to do that. You can make money and help people. But the variation of that, or the one that's morphed into that's more specific for me, is that I tend to take responsibility for other people's money situation when it's really none of my business. And I'm getting to why this will help you in the current climate that we're working through right now, or we're navigating, I guess, is I tend to take responsibility for other people's money. So that might be like paying my team before I pay myself, because I'm worried I want to make sure that they're getting paid enough before I even pay my family and myself. Or that might look like not charging. Like I let go of that one. I do pay I do pay myself now, but that was a big one that I had a few years ago. Or undercharging because I worried that someone can't afford it. Or even now, like one of the ones that I'm noticing myself saying is like, as I increase my rates, because my time is becoming more and more, like it's becoming more and more in demand, and people keep asking me about my one-on-ones, I don't have more time. So I'm increasing my rates so I can invest more in my group programs, and I have so many ideas to make them even better. And the next little bit, but I have this thought came up of like, oh my gosh, what if someone can't afford my one-on-one prices? Which obviously not everyone can afford my one-on-one prices, but they never could in the first place. You know what I mean? Like there's no perfect critic-proof price. I share that a lot. And if you're struggling with this, one of the things that you can remember too is that when you charge more, like if you have a tendency to undercharge, when you charge more, you can provide different levels so people can access support from you at different levels. Like this podcast, I could not run this podcast had I not have I have programs where people pay me. So I have an overflow that can fund this podcast. Like I have the wonderful Rebecca, who will likely hear her name, who edits and uploads and publishes my podcast on a regular basis. And I wouldn't be able to afford, I wouldn't be able to pay for this podcast, if I didn't have programs. But this is a free podcast. So even if someone can't afford to work with me, they can go to my podcast. Or if you can't work with me, you can't work with me one-on-one, you can come to my group programs, right? Like I have different levels, and you can do that in your business too. But if you're always undercharging, you're not going to be able to provide that free level. Like you're not giving from abundance, because you're not supporting yourself enough in the first place. And so that is the money block that I know I have, that I come up every time my business grows. My business is growing again. So it did come up for me a couple of weeks ago that I worked through again. But this is the mantra or the affirmation that that one day kind of suddenly came to me, that has really supported me every time that I feel this. And I'm going to share how it can support you in this current season. And let's call it a season. I don't know. The affirmation is this, or the mantra is this: the more money I make, the more good I can create. So the more money that you make, the more good you can create, right? The more money I make, the more good I can create. And so I know this to be true in my business because, again, I couldn't record this podcast for free had I not had the money and the overflow to be able to do it. But the other thing, and this is what I'm really seeing now, is I'm Canadian. As if you're new to me, hi, I'm Canadian. I'm from Vancouver on the West Coast. And even though I'm not American, I'm witnessing everything. And that can still deeply affect me in Canada because we're very close to the US. I live very close to the border. I could drive there, I don't know, probably within 30 minutes or something. And I used to go down to the US all the time. Canada's very, very close to the US. We're going to feel it. And I mean, the world is feeling the effects of the US right now. I mean, it's massive, right? And so I can't go out and necessarily affect change because I'm not American. And you might feel like this even if you are American. What good is it that what can I even really do? And I'm always looking for yes, I want to protect myself and protect my nervous system and my family and all that stuff and be safe. I also want to take action. What can I really do to make an impact on this situation? Because I keep thinking to other atrocities that have happened in history. And I remember even reading about them when I was a kid. I read a lot about World War II when I was a kid. And I remember always thinking, how did people just turn a blind eye to what was going on? Why didn't, and I think, there was propaganda and all that kind of stuff. But now we have social media. And I mean, of course, I know there's different biases and all that kind of stuff, but we have this plethora of information. And I am not going to be here and turn a blind eye to things. So I'm what can I do to take action and actually do something? And I'm thinking, you know what? The more money I make, the more good I can create, the more I can fund organizations, causes that are supporting the things that I believe in, like human rights. What a novel concept. And the things that you likely believe in too, if you're still listening to this podcast. And so that's my encouragement for you, is that how can you use your business as a vehicle for good? How can you use your business and the skills that you have to go out and make more money so that you can make more good in the world and donate more and support more? And I mean, really, when you think about it, money is power. The more we can create, if we hold ourselves back from selling and making more money, like then we're just at home, like, but what impact are we really going to make? Do you know what I mean? But if we're actually going out there and making more money and donating and supporting and going out there and supporting the causes that really are important to us, I think that that could really be us taking action. None of us really necessarily know like what the best course of action is. It's obviously unprecedented, at least here in North America. But I think it's just about like taking action anyway, figuring it out, just like we do as entrepreneurs. Like try something and stand up and as a leader, because really you're as an expert in your world with your audience, even if it's small, like you're still standing up as a leader. And what can you do to take action? So for me, the thing I'm remembering is the more money I can make, the more good I can create. And I want to use that money that I make for good. That's my encouragement to you. Keep running your business and use it as a vehicle or as a means to create more good in the world. And I will see you on another episode of the Program Design Podcast.